Hello, and welcome to episode 83 of Uncovering the Corners of the World podcast. I'm your host, Karina Kosmala, using research and my personal experiences where I actually set foot in some of these places. I'll be describing some of the unknown attractions in both the US and around the world, as well as share some of the hidden landmarks of some well-known attractions. We are embarking on a journey through Idaho this week. It's known as the Gem State, as every known type of gemstone was found in Idaho. It's the 43rd state of the United States, and Idaho entered statehood in 1890. It's bordered by Canada, Montana, Wyoming, Utah, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington. When most people hear Idaho, they think of Idaho's potatoes, but potatoes are not a native plant to the state. The first potatoes were grown in the northern Idaho area by Reverend Henry Spalding, a Presbyterian missionary who wanted to teach the Nez Perce tribe that they could have food through agriculture. There are claims that the first potato crop was a failure. However, by next year, the Nez Perce tribe was able to grow as many as 100 bushels of potatoes. As time passed, an irrigation system was developed that allowed more farmers to grow the crop. The texture of Idaho's potatoes is due to Idaho's volcanic soil, the climate, and clean water. Whether you eat potatoes as French fries, potato chips, in a salad, roasted, baked, mashed, or fried, there are so many ways to eat a potato that it might be hard to choose what is the best recipe for this starchy staple. In Idaho, potatoes are not limited to just the side dish or main course. You might have the chance to sleep inside a potato-like hotel. In Boise, Idaho, is the Big Idaho Potato Hotel, a brown silo made out of steel, plaster, and concrete, whereas on the inside is a cozy getaway for two with a queen-sized bed and a kitchenette area. On the rolling farmland field a couple feet away from the Potato Hotel is another grain silo that holds a spa/bathroom with a whirlpool, a fireplace, and a glass skylight. It's the only potato hotel in the world, and it measures 28 feet long, 12 feet wide, 11 feet tall, and weighs 6 tons. It was originally a promotional item that drove across the country on a semi-truck as part of the 75th anniversary of the Idaho Commission's Big Idaho Potato Tour. The owner of the Big Potato Hotel was a former member of that Big Idaho Potato Truck Tour team. She decided to turn the retired promotional potato into a hotel. While the potato is on a 400-acre farmland with the backdrop of the Ohi Mountains, there is a next-door neighbor to the hotel, a friendly Jersey cow. About 255 miles away from Boise, Idaho, is the city of Blackfoot. It's considered the potato capital of the world because of its large potato industry. From the road we spot a statue of a baked potato topped with sour cream and butter. It's in front of the Oregon Short Line Railroad Depot, which was built in 1912 but was converted to the Idaho Potato Museum and Potato Station Cafe in 1988. This museum is located at 130 Northwest Main Street in Blackfoot, Idaho, and it showcases the growing and harvesting process of potatoes, how the potato industry evolved over time, and some fun facts about this vegetable. Some exhibits are quirkier than others, such as a rodeo outfit, a vest and a skirt made out of potato sacks, Idaho license plate that include an illustration of a potato, or an interactive VR exhibit where you can sit inside a tractor cab to harvest potatoes. However, a trip to the museum wouldn't be complete without visiting the gift shop, where you can purchase potato-themed keychains, ornaments, t-shirts, and more. You can also stop by their cafe to try a baked potato. For our last attraction this week, we visit another interesting construction, but it's not potato-themed. Located at 2421 Business Loop 95 in Cottonwood, Idaho, is Dog Bark Park Inn, a bed and breakfast guest house that is shaped like a beagle. And it set the world record for being the world's first beagle-shaped bed and breakfast. There are actually 2 beagles on the property, one named Sweet Willie, which measures 30 feet, and the other smaller one named Toby, which measures 12 feet. Both of these beagles were built by husband and wife Dennis Sullivan and Frances Conklin. Dennis Sullivan started off as a building contractor before pursuing a full-time job carving, with a chainsaw, smaller versions of dogs from wood. Sweet Willie took 4 years for Dennis Sullivan to complete. His smaller carvings of various dog breeds can be bought at the Dog Bark Park Inn nearby gift shop. Sweet Willie opened in 1997 and was a 2-room retreat that included dog-themed decorations in the bedroom. Unfortunately, the owners of the inn are not taking any reservations in 2024 for the bed and breakfast. Thank you for listening to this week's episode. If you're curious about the history of potatoes in Idaho, check out the article, A Look Back at Idaho's Potato Industry History, on the Potato Grower website. If you're interested in learning more about the Big Potato Hotel, visit the website hostunusual.com, idahopotato.com, and check out the video You Could Stay in a Giant Potato Hotel, published by HGTV Handmade. If you're thinking about a trip to the Idaho Potato Museum, check out the website idahopotatomuseum.com, roadsideamerica.com, and the article Local Museum Puts Idaho's Largest Export on Display, including its appearances on license plates, on the East Idaho News website. Lastly, if you want to learn more about the Dog Bark Park Inn, check out the videos Idaho Life, Sleeping in the Doghouse, literally a dog bark park, posted by KTVB, and the websites Dog Bark Park Inn and the World Record Academy website. Have a great week.